Hey guys, it's Shock of Watch Saw 5th, and today I want to address the elephant in the room. And the elephant is watch collecting is extremely expensive. And a lot of the times I feel like we have a hard time getting everything we want out of a watch and getting our money's worth. Hence why people collect multiple watches. And I also feel like a lot of people are always looking for that one watch to do it all. And I feel like this model from AP really kind of gives the people what they want, and I just think the people haven't really realized it yet. So I don't know if you've caught on by now, but I will be talking about the Code 1159 series and how I think they're severely underrated. The Code 1159 premiered less than 10 years ago, and I feel like so far they've received a kind of mixed bag kind of reactions. I think in the beginning they were a lot more negatively reviewed, and I think now they're a lot more loved. So first I want to show you the earlier releases of the Code 1159s, and it was these like sunray lacquered dials, which I think were really, really beautiful and also really, really diverse. A lot of people don't know that these are white gold cases. This one, the gray dial, is a two-tone, and this one is just a pure white gold. The sunray effect, I think, is just very, very rich. It's a very simple dial, but it has a very elegant look to it, which I think is a great combination. It makes for a great, like, timeless do-it-all kind of watch. And I like the versatility that these watches offer. You can get these on a leather strap, or you can get it on these canvas type straps, which I think gives it a really like sporty feel to it. As much as I love the dial on these watches, I really like the profile of these watches a lot. A lot of watches I feel like look good from the dial, not so much so from the side, and I feel like this watch is very, very interesting on the side of it. Obviously gorgeous, gorgeous exhibition case backs. I really love the gold rotor on this, and the guilloche pattern and the horse and the castle, I think, make for nice touches. I think it's just AP, you know, flexing their traditional watchmaking a little bit in a newer, trendier body. And yeah, I really just think this is a very versatile watch. You can kind of wear it with everything and anything, especially this two-tone variation with the gold on the side and, you know, the rose gold markers. I feel like it does a little bit more for the wearer than, you know, the blue dial with the white gold throughout. And next up, I want to show you these two new Code 1159 chronos. These came out within the last 2 years, and it changed up the look for the Code 1159s, you know? That gradient pattern that kind of gets smaller and smaller throughout the dial, I think gives the watch a really rich look. I think the chronograph is done really, really tastefully, with the top two subdials being highlighted with that silver outline, while the bottom one's a little bit more hollow. I think it just gives it, again, a little bit more contrast and makes for a really cool looking chronograph. This beige color, I think, is a little bit more versatile. I think you're going to be able to kind of mix and match with everything. And I love the sunray effect with the beige in the center and the black at the bottom. Again, a really, really cool piece. Virtually will go everything. Sits on the wrist really nicely. And, you know, you're getting kind of like the wrist presence of a Panerai, but the cool factor of wearing an AP. And it's obviously done in a much, much more elegant way when AP does it. And of course, you're getting the side in that black ceramic, and plays really, really nicely with that sunray pattern that you have on the dial. The exhibition case back is a bit different. You're getting a different kind of gold rotor, but you're also getting that gold rotor with the AP logo on it, which I think is really, really cool. And I can see a lot of people being more into these newer dials, and especially these newer chrono variations of the Code 1159. And the last code that I want to talk to you guys about I think is one of the coolest watches to be released in the last, 10 years. It's the Code 1159 Star Wheel. I feel like this watch really captures the imagination of high horology and blends it together with style. The black ceramic on the side obviously pops against this beautiful white gold case, and the aventurine outlines are so beautiful. And, it looks confusing, like how do you even tell the time? But, within 20 seconds of having a conversation with someone, you know exactly how to tell the time. And this is one of those watches that have been like, as quickly as it comes into our doors, it just sells out right away, because there's always a buyer for the Code 1159 Star Wheel. And it's for a reason. You're getting a lot of really great elements that make a lot of watch collectors nerd out. The Star Wheel movement is amazing. But most importantly, it just makes watchmaking fun again. And that's what I really love about the Code 1159, is turns these traditional watchmaking element on its head. And that's why I love AP, you know, more than any other brand within the Holy Trinity, because they're continuously pushing the boundaries despite what people might think. There's a lot of people that hate what AP is becoming. I'm not one of those people. I welcome everything that they're doing because they're always daring to be great, daring to be different, and they really do separate themselves from the other brands in the Holy Trinity. And I feel like the Star Wheel is a perfect representation of that. Again, aventurine dial, those spinning subdials, it just makes for a really, really cool and unique watch. And I feel like when I see this in the wild, I automatically like want to have a conversation with that person, because I know that they're not, you know, your standard Daytona guy or your standard Royal Oak guy. I know if they have this watch on, they're really into watches and they're really interesting to probably talk to. So that's it, guys. That's our video for the day. Let us know if you like any of these watches, and if you guys are looking for any of these watches, please feel free to reach out to us directly, either through our website or social media. We would be happy to help. See you guys next time. Bye.